Hello and welcome, welcome and hello. Sorry, guys, was having some technical difficulties there. Let me know if you can hear me. Flint Creek, Doofus, Rufus, SJ. See you guys there. I don't know, something's going weird with my computer, YouTube, internet. We're having a little bit of a rainstorm, but nothing compared to the storm brewing with the SoFi stock, guys. Boy, what a way to wake up. Just got into the office, dried off from the rain, taking a look at things. I don't really know what to make of this, guys. I wasn't going to be shocked at all if we filled the gap down to sort of the 894 area. Thought we'd hold on to that 911, 913 region. But we're back to kind of that support area, that 812, that 812 area where we hung out for quite a while. Guys, I only have a few minutes. I have a meeting at about 8:15 with some big so-and-sos from some big banks. Want to talk to me about what a fucking moron I am. Gonna pound some sense into me. Once in a while, my investment people send over a couple of goons and just beat the living shit out of me. Try to wise me up, but it has not worked, as you can tell, because I am holding um, tens and tens and tens of thousands of shares of the SoFi stock, and I'm getting absolutely wiped out. It's astonishing how the parrot, the balding parrot, Michael Perito, who's a very, very good analyst. I mean, he has his very strong track record, but he came out, he's always been bearish SoFi. I mean, he's a fair guy, and I mean, I'll just make the point, he does make sell ratings on kind of these peaks when the stock gets hot. And if you notice, we were at a high right here, end of the year, and that's probably when he was putting his rating together. And he does tend to, he put in a sell last time when it hit that peak at 1160 or whatever the hell it was. But he generally has a hold on the stock. He's been at $7.50. I mean, he had a hold on the stock at 812. He reiterated a hold on the stock. I can't tell what that level is right there, but it's a bit higher, like $9. He had a hold at 8, a hold at 7, hold at 685. So it just kind of, it seems like SoFi kind of is like a contrarian thing where the more they prove themselves, the more they execute, the more EBITDA they make, the closer they get to profitability, the more their membership grows, the more the growth story is kind of intact. They just invent new things. Like, I'll tell you, the thing that's kind of astonishing to me is if you read Michael Perito's note, The Balding Parrot, look at that sideways smile. No, actually, I've heard this. He's a very smart guy, guys. I mean, he's probably about a million brain cells smarter than me. So the guy's entitled to his opinion. My question is this just a spontaneous thing that when these ratings come out that all of a sudden, the stock is trading 35 million shares in the first hour. There's no, yeah, the market's down 1%. I mean, the Nasdaq is down 0.9%. The Dow and the S&P are both down a little bit less than 1%. I mean, the Russell's down 2%. So, that represents more like the mid cap end of things. Um, so it's not, and if you look at just to compare with fintech, yes, Upstart is down 7, Affirm is down 4, Palantir 2, Lucid 2, Robinhood's down 5, Centage Holdings, whatever the fuck that is up 12%. I wish I had that little gem right now. But anyway, guys, I'm holding a ton of SoFi stock, and I'm still absolutely fine with it because when he came out and made the rating, so the note said he was re-underwriting the business model. And if you don't speak jive or bullshit, or if you haven't seen the movie Airplane, um, you know, re-underwriting the business model. When I hear an analyst or a banker say that to me, and I've heard that numerous times, basically what they're doing is they're redoing the equations they're using to value the stock. So when you put in different inputs into the equation, you're going to get a different result. That's kind of what they mean. They're going to their basic assumptions of the underlying business model and they're redoing it because they believe either the business model is better than they thought or the business model is worse than they thought. In this case, The note also said that interest rates are not going to be a good thing. Interest rate cuts are not going to be a good thing for SoFi, and he didn't really flesh that out. At least I haven't. Guys, I have a ton of stuff to do today. Again, have a meeting coming up. Can't take too long, but just wanted to come in and offer myself as a support group. I know probably a lot of people are panicking. Hopefully you didn't get stopped out at like 850. I really thought, this once I saw sort of the free fall and pre-market, I thought we were going to hold up 894. This is a little bit wacky to me. Like, I don't know, man. The mechanics get on this stock, and it's like, you just usually don't see them throw this kind of money at a stock. I have no reason to believe. Look at it this way, guys. Q4 is over. I mean, that's the way I think. Like, wouldn't management have warned if there was some kind of disaster afoot? They've said they're going to make a gap net profit so many times now, publicly, in different forums, in different ways, LaPointe, Noto, that I think it's almost in the bag that they're going to do it. Now, I've been waiting for Noto to pull that surprise, that cat out of the bag and just absolutely slaughter the shorts for a long time, because I think the guy is too measured. I think either he has a surprise for the shorts and the bears, or he's just, some kind of cold-blooded serial killer, which I don't believe that. I believe he's a killer in the boardroom. Like, so I don't know. I'm not like upset about it. I don't plan to sell. I don't use stop losses. I still think the stock is going to go back up before the ER. I don't know who's dumping all these shares. I obviously they can't short, this many shares. So there's a lot of dumping. I know there was profit taking going on yesterday, but this is not all spontaneous profit taking. There's no, this is just a huge coordinated attack on the stock. And this started pre-market and the rating yesterday. And, I believe in coincidences, guys, but not to the degree that then there's just this completely irrational spike in volume, out of nowhere. Like, why is retail dumping now from 850 to 830? Like, how does that make any sense to anybody? I mean, it's just this is just mechanics. It's just these guys are very, very well funded, and I think the deal is they're just not going to see retail double their money, slaughter shorts, slaughter option sellers on this run up, and then just walk away. Hey, okay, we lost, walk away. That's not how market makers work. They don't give up short positions that easily. And I said numerous times that these shorts could just short after a net profit. I mean, you know, that's the way it is, guys. So they're obviously attacking hard today, and you know, it's oh, good morning, Princess Giselle. I do not think she is Princess Jay. Sorry, I do not think she's watching this broadcast. But if you are, good morning, baby. Love you. Um, anyway, guys, just wanted to check in again. I do have a meeting this morning. I have to actually do like 30 seconds of prep work so I don't look like a complete asshole like normally. Like, what are we talking about today, guys? Oh, you want a decision? Hold on. Does anybody have a coin? Okay, okay. Let's buy Baba. Let's sell some bonds. I don't know, guys. What's up, guys? Welcome and hello. Thanks for joining me on Un Poco Moss. SoFi stock trading 40 million shares in the first 90 minutes, and down a buck 30. I don't know, guys. It's kind of the size of things. If you look at the chart, um, it's basically a pair of tidy whities that's been discarded after a hard night of drinking and chili dogs. That's basically what this thing looks like. I mean, not only did it fill this gap, which was basically right here, kind of pre-market, but then just, I mean, it's way back down here to this zone. And the good part is the stock consolidated here, topped out here a few times. So I don't think this in any way implies the stock is like headed back to 6 just because the balding parrot, Michael Perito. Oh God, where do I come up with these nicknames? I'm just a fat asshole. So, Michael Perito, God bless, health and happiness for the new year. You're entitled to your rating, but I just hope, this isn't like some kind of, I don't like to see conspiracy theories everywhere because I don't think everything's manipulation. You want to sell off the stock, you want to sell off a position, you want to short the SoFi stock, knock yourself out. I think over time you're going to be proven wrong, but I just think like this is crazy that, the stock was sort of consolidating just below the $10 level, and then, the parrot comes out and he he just gives you that little sideways smile. He's like, my hairline's, it's natural. It's very natural. Like, but, and then the stock just erases like 140 million dollars in shareholder equity. Just with it's sort of a nonsense note. I mean, he projected a fall in what he was projecting for 2024 EBITDA, but I don't know, guys. I mean, I think management has always been sort of under promising and over delivering, and I think management has earned the benefit of the doubt from the street, but they just don't get it. Like, and then the other thing was he projected a decline in revenue from technology. And this is one place where I will agree to a certain degree with the bear case, and that's that the technology side, Galileo, I personally believe in it, and I give the company overall the benefit of the doubt, but I need proof. I think that until the bears see proof, until we see contracts, until we see actual revenues, um, until we see that, guys, it's just a big expense. And the savings haven't really started to roll in. They're just supposed to start 2024. We're going to see that big savings internally from Galileo because it does take time. That's the thing I think people don't realize with these RFPs. It takes a year just to get the contract done. It could take a year and a half to go through the selection process, get the contract done, get everything ironed out, and then it could take another couple years to switch over to your system. So, from when they put out the RFP to when they actually switch to Galileo and you start realizing those annual revenues, it could be 3 to 4 years. That's my understanding. I've asked people, who know this stuff. I'm no God knows if you've watched my broadcast. Yesterday, I didn't put the browser on the entire broadcast. I just forgot. So, I'm no tech wizard. And then some other guy made a really good point. Is like, you cannot look at my giant head for an hour. So I'm gonna keep all my streams to half an hour. I think that's more than enough. I just go all over the place. But looking at the chart, guys, I mean, it's really hard to chart something like this. Like, I mean, I don't know. There's no real technical reason. I was watching that one dude who looks like he's like out of Hoosiers, who I love his videos. I forget the channel. Um, but sorry guys, I haven't been feeling well for several days, so stomach's very very queasy. But again, just wanted to touch base with you guys. I know people go, "Oh, you don't come on in red day." I come on red days, whatever. I'm holding the stock. I'm in, it is what it is, guys. Me hiding isn't gonna change anything. And plus, I'm still just as bullish on the stock as I was yesterday or the day before, the day before that. And I was just as bullish or more bullish when it was 450. I mean, the fact that the stock keeps getting attacked like this is the reason, I do cover this stock, because not that my little turd of a channel here is gonna affect any goddamn thing one way or the other. And believe me, I know that. But the point is, I don't like misinformation. I don't like FUD. I don't like the fog of war. Like, look at the ERs, look at the growth trajectory, look at the growth in EBITDA, look at how that's going to translate into profits. I mean, even if you take them at this thing that the technology side is going to be a dud, this company is still going to make a lot of profit for a lot of years to come. Yeah, it will take longer and they won't get that tech valuation, but the people I've talked to, guys, maybe some of you have more expertise than I do. In fact, I'm sure of it. I think it's a virtual certainty. It's a lock, as we say in the sports betting world. I've never wagered on a sporting event, but it's a lock. I've never bet on a horse. I've never boxed an exacta. I've never played a hand of Texas Hold'em for 48 hours straight while peeing in a 7-Eleven Slurpee cup. I've never done anything like that. But guys, welcome and hello and hello and welcome and happy new year again. I do apologize if you caught my broadcast yesterday. That turd was absolutely unwatchable. I could not even watch it myself. But again, guys, I'm sort of flabbergasted. The swings on this thing are crazy. I mean, it runs up 100% in a month routinely. Ran up to 20, up as I think as high as what, 26, 28, whatever it was, and then obviously down in the fours numerous times. I thought we were really on a nice little uptrend here, but we still were in the same pattern where we had those 4 up days, but now it's we had a reversal, and then I thought the stock was going to hang on to support there, and obviously gap down a bit there. Didn't really gap down, but then just this huge gap down. Then usually you get that dead cat bounce on a stock like this that has so much retail interest, and I really think this has got to come back somewhat today. I'm not going to like get out there and go, oh, we're going to finish up 8% today, but I don't think it's going to finish under 850. I mean, I really think it should push back toward 9. Not saying what's going to happen. I got 2 big size 13, tennis shoes in my mouth already, but I really think like saying it's going to close the year at 10, I think that's basically where we were. And I think it is going to go up toward 11 before the ER. And people are like, well, it's at 850 right now. How the hell could that happen? Well, it could go from 6 to 12 in a month. So, guys, this is an eternity in SoFi time. SoFi time goes very, very fast. The other thing I want to talk, if I could take one giant breath and then just talk for 45 minutes, is valuation. I got 11 minutes here before my meeting, so that means I need 6 minutes of prep. This meeting's going to be very, very short. I could just let you guys watch the quote and listen to me drone on to these idiots I have to talk to. But you don't want to do that, and my clients do not want their private business out there amongst the YouTube turds. So anyway, guys, SoFi stock pushing back up just a little bit here, $8.45. Again, volume, they're going to try to kill the volume. This is what they do, guys. They push it down on heavy, heavy volume churn, and then this is how the coordination works, in my opinion. They just tell the trading desks, why would you buy SoFi today? Go for a nice walk. This is a nice dinner, a ticket to the ballet. Go to the city. Go see your children. Go see your parents in that awful nursing home you stuck them in. But just don't buy the SoFi stock today. Buy the SoFi stock next week. Buy the SoFi stock next year. Buy the SoFi stock never. Shove your head up your own ass. I don't really care. Just don't buy it. And they're like, okay, you want to give me the day off? You want to send, I think that's how the thing works. I think that's how these days work. They're just like, if market makers were going to accumulate the stock, they just kind of wink and a nudge and a nod. And it's like, hey, don't do that today because we're going to slaughter some retail turds today. We're going to find some fat, white, middle-aged suburban turds and just fillet them and, hang them up, Lord of the Rings style or something. All right. Looks like my meeting has been delayed very, very slightly, so I might have a few more minutes here. My meeting might be closer to 8:30. But I'm always the last one to know. No respect, I tell you, no respect. Anyway, guys, so I don't know. I'm gonna go through comments, see who's here. Had a reminder. There's the reminder for my meeting, but yes, that has been pushed back just slightly so I can spend some more time with you chumps. Oh, what a lucky break. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm completely out of breath. I'm out of sorts. I'm out of my mind. Ugh. Who the hell's here, guys? Does anybody have any idea? Can anybody make sense of this for me? Doofus Rufus, you were first. You weren't number one, Flint Creek Soap Company. That honor belongs to Doofus Rufus. S.J. Tavares was second in there. You showed a win place show for Doofus, S.J. and Flint. Great to see you guys. Hola amigo. Hola, S.J. Tavares. Doofus Rufus. Sorry guys. Sorry about those technical difficulties. Yeah, I was buying some options. I unfortunately bought them a little too early because I thought 898 that area was gonna hold up. But hello Manny, how's it going? What's up again, C Bar? What's up, Not a Lurker? Good to see you. Well, hello folks. Another day. Yep, Alex. I know the feeling, buddy. Volume is huge. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge. Everything's fine. I have short fingers, but a huge, huge willy. Everything's good. Um, let's see, guys. Drunken Sailors Unite. Michael Hagan. Yeah, it does hurt, Michael, because especially just and I don't think this is lost on market makers that retail just blew all their dough on like holiday gifts and vacations and different stuff, and well, cause buying a new apartment. Yeah, well, that's okay, man. Congrats on the new place. So, you can't live in your stocks. So I always say there has to be a point, guys. If you sell your stocks to buy a new house or apartment, that's awesome. That's what life's about, is enjoying it and stuff, and not just, don't think money is not just shouldn't just be counted and admired and swim in it like Scrooge McDuck. You know, enjoy the fruits of your labor, guys. That's the whole point. And obviously to take care of your family in the future and all that shit too. I told my dad selling the tens. Yeah, I mean, it's good. Yeah, Ravi, I agree. I mean, I was flipping shares. Like, I flipped from 11, I flipped some, from the tens, but my goal is always, whenever I sell SoFi shares, and I don't usually sell that many. And when I do covered calls, I will only risk maybe 10% at the most of my shares any given week, because I just want to retain my core position. But when I flip shares, I'll maybe flip 10% of my position. And my goal is always to, accumulate more shares. Hopefully just after 30 days, if the timing works out right. But anyway, yeah, I mean, this stock has been, anytime it goes over 10, and that's kind of what the parrot Michael Perito, he throws a sell on the stock anytime it pushes up over that level. And he's got an excellent analyst rating. I'll show you that, but like, well, you won't show it because it's good. Yes, I will. It's right here, guys. 64%. So he's right up there with the other top analysts that I always praise. I always, teabagging these guys like a little fanboy. But anyway, like Andrew Jeffrey, similar. Andrew Jeffrey's a little bit more highly rated. Of course, David Chiaverini, one of the worst analysts in the country. Dan Dolev, actually moving on up. Moving on up. John Hecht, again, he's right up there again with these top guys such as Michael Perito. But again, sell in 650, guys. It is what it is. Popped that thing on the stock yesterday afternoon, and it's been free fall. They call it free fall. That's some independent rapper has a song about that. But anyway, guys, that's about all I had. Let's get a quick look at the short interest. Obviously, that's been just headline after headline after headline on that downgrade. It's not about, all the institutions buying the stock. Um, God, they're saying shares have been returned today, and there was a ton of borrowing after hours, just 1.5 million. They had to be prepping for this thing. Man, this is weird. And cost to borrow max is higher than yesterday. This is really weird. This is a weird one, guys. I mean, I've seen a lot of attacks on this stock, and usually it's a little bit more predictable than this. Like, it's around the ER. It's like multiple analysts, like all three of the three amigos of FUD will come out and hit it. But, this one is just very odd to me. The timing of it, I mean, we have less than a month now to the ER. The quarter is over. They know that. They have 124 whatever million shares short. And they flipped, a lot of those shorts have flipped to short long. So I guess this is flipping back out of the short long, probably back to short, which is why you're not seeing, the borrowing, because nothing really changed. They just bought a share, then they dumped the share. But the timing of it is unusual. Guys, I'm going to have to run. I have to get to my meeting. I will come back at you shortly after this meeting, and I will be back with you in about, probably 30 minutes, and we'll talk a little bit more about these events. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Thank you for watching Un Poco Mas. My name's Danny Deals, and I will see you guys very, very soon, sooner than you'd even want. Bye.